Assalamualaikum and hi, we are from Group Tutorial 3. So, for this AIA 1006 Statistic 2 case study, we are going to present question dataset 8. So, we will presenting all the questions given, including A. Produce the summary statistic and descriptive statistic on the background of respondents. B. Graph the normal probability plot for baby age. C. Based on the normal probability plot, conduct a statistical test to examine if the mean age of baby is the same across the different genders. And D. Conduct non-parametric test at 5% level of signification on any two variables relevant for the case study. My name is Nurul Kausar binti Zamri, U2003354. So, this report presents the result of a consumer survey that has been conducted by the KCL management as an effort to increase its market share and customer satisfaction about one of their products, which is baby disposable diapers. The data has been gathered from a sample of customers from different cities. In this report, we will represent all the data by providing information on the background of the respondent based on their demographic background by performing the appropriate statistical analysis.
Greetings to all. My name is Nur Shamir Husta binti Rozaidi and my metric number is U2003410. I will explain the first question, which is produce a summary statistic and descriptive statistic on the background of respondents. In this part, we use the Microsoft Excel to find the descriptive statistic and summary statistic. There are 30 respondents and 7 variables. Firstly, for the baby's age month, there are 8 babies aged 1 to 5 months, 1 baby aged 6 to 10 months, 7 babies aged 11 to 15 months and 16 to 20 months respectively. Moreover, there are 5 babies aged 21 to 25 months and only 2 babies aged 26 to 30 months. Descriptive statistics derived as stated. Next, for the gender of the baby, 14 out of 30 are boy and 16 out of 30 are girls. Descriptive statistic is on the right hand side. Next, for the range of respondents' age, 20 respondents are 30 years old and less, 10 respondents are 31 to 40 years old, and lastly, none of the respondents are more than 40 years old. Here's the descriptive statistic. For marital status, 8 respondents are single and 22 respondents are married. Furthermore, none of the respondents are divorced, widowed, or separated. And there is the descriptive statistic. For the employment status, 9 respondents are full-time employed, 4 respondents are part-time employed, and last but not least, 17 respondents are not employed. Descriptive statistic derived as stated. Next, for the education, 7 respondents have secondary education, 20 respondents went to college or have diploma, and only 3 respondents have degree. However, none of them have higher degree. And here's the descriptive statistic. Lastly, for the household annual income, about 14 respondents have income less than 25,000 ringgit, 5 respondents have income from 25,000 ringgit to 50,000 ringgit, and 6 respondents have income more than 50,000 ringgit. In addition, 5 respondents did not answer the question, and that is the descriptive statistic.
So, for question B, we need to create a graph of the normal probability plot for the baby age. The normal probability plot shows the relationship between the baby's age and Z values from the data of 30 samples of baby's age. The point that's scattered randomly, not in a straight line around the straight line, shows that this data is not a normal distribution. To create this plot, we need to find the value in Z values. So, Z value for the smallest value corresponds to a cumulative area of 1 over n plus 1 equal 1 over 31 equal to 0.323. Thus, we get Z value for this is negative 1.84. The graph indicates the entire Z value for a sample of n equal to 30. To prove this statement, we can also test it based on descriptive statistic. By referring to descriptive statistic that has been constructed, we can see that the mean is 13.5667 greater than the median 12.5. While to have a normal distribution, the mean and median should be equal. The interquartile range of 15.75 is approximately 1.83 standard deviation of the mean, while in a normal distribution, the interquartile range is 1.33 standard deviation. The range of 29 is equal to 3.38 standard deviation of the mean, while in a normal distribution, the range is 6 standard deviation. So, in conclusion, the age of the babies are right skewed. It is proven that the data of baby age is not normally distributed because the normal probability plot is not a straight line. Overall, this data set greatly differs from theoretical properties of a normal distribution.
Assalamualaikum and hi, I'm Nur Sarwati bin Muhammad Safri, metric number U2003353. Okay, now let's proceed to the next question. Based on the normal probability plot, conduct a statistical test to examine if the mean age of baby is the same across the different genders. First of all, we decided to use a non-parametric test because our data set was not normally distributed as shown in question B. So we decided to use Mann-Whitney U statistic for a large sample. The assumption for these tests are first, we assume that two samples are independent and random. Second, the value measures is a continuous variable, and the last assumption is the two distributions are identical. Okay, so the null hypothesis for this test is the median age of baby boy is equal to the median age of baby girl, while the alternative hypothesis is the median age of baby boy is not equal to median age of baby girl. So for a large sample size where each sample must be at least 10, the distribution of the random variable U is approximated by the normal distribution. So before we compute the U statistics, we have to rank them first so that we have the total rank for baby boy and baby girl. Okay, so after computing the U statistic, which you can be seen here in the table, we have to choose the smaller U statistic to compute the Z statistic. So the U statistics that we're gonna use to compute the Z statistic is the U statistic for age of baby boy, which is 81.50. So the next step is to find the Z statistic. From the table here, as you can see, the value for Z statistics that we got is -1.27. Then, the critical value for Z at the level of significance 0.05 with two tail tests are -1.96 and 1.96. Okay, so from the result, we do not reject the null hypothesis because the Z statistic is not in the rejection region. -1.27 is larger than -1.96, and -1.27 is smaller than 1.96. Okay, so in conclusion, there is sufficient evidence that the median age of baby is the same across the different genders.
Hi, my name is Nur Natasha Emilia binti Dosain and my metric number is U2003453. I will present for question number D, where we need to conduct non-parametric tests at 5% level of significance on any two variables relevant for this case study, which is sum of non-parametric tests, and I will explain about Kruskal-Wallis rank test and chi-square test for independence. For Kruskal-Wallis rank test, as we all know, this test determines whether the median of two or more groups are different. This test is more commonly used when we have 3 or more levels. For 2 levels, consider using the Mann-Whitney U test instead. The Kruskal-Wallis rank test uses ranks instead of the actual data. The null hypothesis is when the median for single, married and divorced are equal, or we can say that the population medians are equal. But for the alternative hypothesis is when the population medians are not equal. For this case study, we want to know how marital status affect the overall perception of the quality of the diapers. Our independent variable is the marital status, which is single, married and divorced. Meanwhile, the dependent variable is measured on a 10 points Likert scale from lowest rating to highest rating. After that, the H test is computed based on this formula, and we get 1.1399. From the chi-square table, at 5% level of significance and difference of freedom, C-1 is equal to 2, the chi-squared value is 5.991. We should reject the null hypothesis if the H test is larger than the chi-square value. Since the H test statistic is smaller than chi-square value, our decision does not reject the null hypothesis. The conclusion for this test is there is not enough evidence to suggest that the medians are unequal. Next is we use chi-square test for independence. The chi-square test for independence looks for an association between two categorical variables within the same population. For this test, we need to decide if the two variables are related or not. To compute this test, we use two variables, namely annual household income and sensitivity of baby skin. We define our null hypothesis and alternative hypothesis. The null hypothesis is that the sensitivity of baby skin and annual household income are independent, and for the alternative hypothesis is that the sensitivity of baby skin and annual household income are dependent. Beside the table, we can directly use the chi-square test formula. The difference of freedom R-1 times C-1 is equal to 9. We should reject the null hypothesis if the chi-square test is larger than the critical value. Otherwise, do not reject the null hypothesis. From the chi-square table at 5% level of significance and difference of freedom is 9, the critical value is 16.919. Our decision does not reject the null hypothesis because the chi-square test is smaller than the critical value. The conclusion is that there is insufficient evidence that baby skin sensitivity and annual household income are related at level of significance equal to 0.05.
Assalamualaikum and greetings to the Mazawana. I am Nurul Izzati. With metric number U2003388, I will continue with question D, which is chi-square test for dependence. The chi-square test for dependence is conducted with the purpose of checking the dependency between two variables, which is in this case between likelihood to purchase brands under KCL and sensitivity of baby skin. The null hypothesis is likelihood to purchase brands under KCL and sensitivity of baby skin are dependent, while the alternative hypothesis is likelihood to purchase brands under KCL and sensitivity of baby skin are independent. In this test, observed frequency and expected frequency are computed into tables. So this first table is for observed frequency and the second table is for expected frequency and child statistics. So the formulas are as on the screen and the child statistics is 12.32851474. After that, the decision rule is if child statistics is greater than critical value of chi-square, then we reject null hypothesis, but if not, we do not reject it. The degrees of freedom is 12, where R-1 times N-1, and at the level of significance of 0.05, we get 21.03 for critical value. Since child statistic is smaller than the critical value, we decide not to reject the null hypothesis. We conclude that there is not sufficient evidence that likelihood to purchase brands under KCL and sensitivity of baby skin are independent. The last non-parametric test for this case is Mann-Whitney U test. Two variables used are diaper size and gender of baby. The null hypothesis for this test is median of gender of baby equal median of diaper size, while the alternative hypothesis is median of gender of baby is greater than median of diaper size. In this test, observations from both samples are required to be combined and arranged in ascending order and rank. So as in the tables, the observations are ranked from 1 to 16. After that, all samples are divided into their original group of variables. The ranks for diaper size and gender of baby are summed up and we get 467 for diaper size and 1363 for gender of baby. Using the formula of U statistics for both variables are computed, U1 for diaper size and U2 for gender of baby. Formulas are as on the screen. We key in all the numberings and we get 417 for U1 and 314 for U2. After that, we move to computing Z statistics. We use X formula as you can see on the screen and then we key in all the numberings and we get 0.845. So for the decision rule, we have to reject the null hypothesis (HO) if Z statistic smaller than the critical value. At the level of significance of 0.05, we get negative 1.645 as the critical value. So we decide not to reject HO since Z statistics is greater than the critical value. We conclude that there is not sufficient evidence that the median of gender of baby is greater than the median of diaper size.
In conclusion, in targeting increasing customer satisfaction and market share, all information gathered from the survey and statistical tests, better ideas can now be strategized by KCL with proper aim and true focus on parts that are viable to lead to a prosperous and successful business. KCL can decide what needs to be changed and improved to meet the needs and wants of customers. With a well-organized plan with what the market really desires, customers will continue their purchase and KCL company will be able to maintain and expand their production and supply. From that, greater profit will be obtained and the share will grow continuously.